Hey my friends, you know the best way to get strong without getting hurt is to create alignment of the hips, spine, and shoulder girdle. Let's get aligned.
This episode of Class with Sugar is presented by Voltaren. Feel the joy of movement.
Hey my friends, we've got Brittany over here who's going to show you some advanced moves, and Abia is going to show you some of the modifications. We're going to start with a little warm up on our back. Let's bring one knee into the chest, and if you're modifying, you're gonna keep the opposite knee bent. Otherwise, you're gonna extend that leg, pressing the heel down and away from your body, and you're gonna switch legs. So you can keep the knees bent, keep the feet on the floor, or you can extend that leg all the way, really pull your knee in to get a nice hug. You're stretching the glute, the hips. Doesn't that feel good, ladies?
Feels great.
So good. Keep your abs pulled in tight here, because this is also a really good ab exercise. If you're keeping your abs engaged, pulling your back to the floor, and use your arms here too. You're warming up your biceps, your shoulders. Everything kind of gets worked here in this nice lying hip squeeze. I'm gonna have you have both feet flat on the floor, have them separated, arms out wide. You're gonna let your knees drop over to the left or right, doesn't matter which way you start. They're gonna domino towards the floor and then switch sides. You're going back and forth here with a trunk rotation, but here's the important thing. Don't let your knees touch, right? They're gonna kind of domino. They're not gonna touch, they're not gonna be together, and your feet aren't gonna touch, so that they've got room to rotate those feet back and forth, side to side against the floor. All right, so you can see that we don't all go the same distance, right? Abia's distance and range of motion is different than mine. Brittany's is different. Brittany's way more flexible than me even in this move. Now, we're gonna come up into a seated position and we're gonna do a chest opener. So you're gonna rotate your hands, fingertips pointing backwards, open up your chest and really let your shoulders rotate back. Pinch your shoulder blades, chest is popping forward. You can keep it here, or you can lift, Brittany, lift your hips, and you're gonna go into a reverse bridge so that it's an extension of the chest and shoulders, but you can feel it even just modified, right,
Yes.
Abia? I know, I was just like, man, you can do that seated or lifting, because you might have sensitive wrists where you don't wanna be up in that position, but I still want you to roll your shoulders back, pinch your shoulder blades, and you can feel that strength working in the arms, right, Brittany, when you're up there?
Great, yeah. You can feel it for sure.
You're like, ah, nice. Come on down, and let's switch into a cat and dog stretch. So now we really want to start working the spine, that whole spine from head to toe, and we're gonna go up into a cat. So arch that spine, dropping the head and chest, pull the shoulder blades apart, and then drop the belly, lift the chin. All right, I want you to go nice and slow to really feel this one. So pull the belly in, arch the back, and then drop the belly, lift the chin. Good, going up and down. So you're gonna feel this all the way from your head to your hips, you guys.
It's one of my favorite stretches.
Every morning.
Feel it in my back. It feels so good.
So good. It really lengthens out all the muscles on the front and the back of the spine. So you're getting all those muscles that support your whole torso each and every day. Good. Now, I want you to do a thread the needle move. This is kind of a yoga pose here, but I think that you guys will feel a good stretch through the upper back. You're gonna take your right hand underneath your left hand and arm and bring your shoulder down to the floor. Try to keep your knees where they were, and you're using this left hand to support you and keep your chest open. Now you can hold it right here and stay here, or you can take your hand off of the mat and try to open your chest and shoulders even more up towards the sky. So this one here is an intense stretch. And then press through that left hand to bring yourself back up, right? So we're going hands and knees, bring that left hand underneath that right arm, gonna rotate, bringing your shoulder and your head all the way to the floor. You can use that right hand here to support you and keep you open towards the sky, because you really wanna rotate, pull those shoulder blades apart, feel that nice twist through that upper back. Breathe in. You can take that hand off the floor and bring it up around the hip. Keep that shoulder open, but that is an intense stretch, so only do that if you feel like you want that advanced version. Otherwise, keep your hand down onto the floor. Good, and let's push ourselves up and away from the floor, back into all fours. fours. Amazing job, ladies. All right, so what we're gonna start right now is a seated upright twist. You're gonna have your legs straight out in front of you. And for me right now, reaching towards my toes is hard to do. I'm very tight in my hamstrings. But I want you to have an upright posture here, and you're gonna start to twist side to side. All right, going back and forth. Abia, show them a little bent knee because that can give you a little bit of a less pressure on the hamstrings, and it'll allow you to keep that upright posture, because the tendency everybody has is to lean back. But this is the hard part, is to keep yourself upright. If I grabbed a weight, I would be getting a little bit more weight through my torso, right? So you can add a weight or do no weight or bend your knees wherever you're starting off with this one. I want you to find that happy balance for yourself and relax. Now, coming onto your back, we're gonna do a bridge and pulse. So you can keep your weight in your hands or not, right? You're gonna bring it right up to your hips. You're gonna lift those hips up towards the sky. Press through your heels, okay? Now you're gonna stay up here and pulse, pulse. Or if you're modifying, you're gonna go up and down all the way so that you get a little bit of a break, little bit of a recovery. But if not, you're up here and you're pulsing, I want you to squeeze your glutes, press through the heels. This is really hard to do, to lift your whole body weight and to hold it up in this isometric hold, and you're just pulsing, just small little pulses. I've got a little weight on my hips and I feel it.
Yeah, I definitely feel it.
Gosh. This helps your pelvis align, it strengthens your powerhouse muscle, your glutes. So you really want to master this move here. Going up and down or just pulsing, you've got this. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, now I want you guys to let that weight sit down. You're gonna roll all the way onto your side, all right? Because you can do this one without weight or with. I'm gonna show you both ways. You're gonna bend your knees, lay all the way down, support your head, cradle it. You've got your elbow on your hip, and you're gonna open up your palm. Say, hi friends, right there. And then you're gonna close, okay? So my elbow stays on my hip, but I'm pulling from the back of my shoulder to pinch those muscles that support my shoulder girdle. So all the muscles of the back and the shoulder girdle are working here. Now, if I add weight, this is gonna change the game. This is how you advance this move. This is a 5-pound weight. You might go up to 10 pounds, but I think even NFL athletes that I know can only do about 15 pounds in this position. So you wanna take it nice and light at first. Abia, you can feel that, right?
Yeah,
without
definitely.
any weight.
I feel the pinch for sure.
You can feel that burn. Let's switch sides. So yes, a part of this workout is just moving around with us on the mat. So you're down on your side. Okay, cradle the head. Keep the elbow bent at 90 degrees. So you wanna make sure that you've got a 90-degree bend in that elbow, right? It's not up here, it's not down here, it's not straight, so that we really feel us pulling that weight right from the back of the shoulder. Beautiful job, you got it, nice work. Breathing it out, a couple more seconds here. We're only doing 2 rounds of these moves, so you guys are working hard through this first round, really getting the move, and then you're gonna master it the second time through. Good, last one, bring it up, squeeze. Awesome. All right, so set your weight down, come back into that seated position. Legs are out straight, toes are up nice and tall. Bend forward. I want you to kind of reach towards those toes. Now twist, twist, back and forth, back and forth. Pull the belly button in towards the spine, right? Really keep that upright posture. All the muscles of your spine are flexing right now to try to keep this posture. That's your goal. And to get that good stretch through the hamstrings too, because who doesn't like that stretch, right? It feels so good. Even if you're unflexible, you're like, I need that. I can tell that I need this right now. Good. If you add your weight, remember you can add a heavier weight. That's how you would advance this move as you feel stronger and more flexible. Good. Last one. Boom. Great. Grab your weight again, lay it on your back. Let's bridge it up. All right, you're going for the hold. Press through the heels and pulse. Pulse. Up and down. You got it. Breathe. Remember, breath is so vital when you're getting started. You're kick-starting your fitness, you're getting back into it. Your rhythm's gonna start moving faster, but you gotta keep your breath flowing in the beginning because that is your powerhouse, the oxygen, right guys? It's like, don't want to forget that. It's the most important part. Good. Keep it going. A couple more seconds.
I can feel it.
Yes. Even at this
pace, I can definitely feel it.
It's a good burn. Loving it. And relax. Let's roll right onto our side. All right. So you're going to caress that head, cradle it. All right. Elbows at 90. Grab your weight if you have some. Maybe you've got a 3-pounder. Maybe you've got a 2-pounder. And you'll start to feel that difference as you slowly increase the weight that you're using. Good. Always exhaling during the exertion. So it'd be an exhale, bringing that palm up. So you're saying hi to your friend, and then you're saying hi to your belly button, right? Nice job. And remember, this shoulder girdle is so important to strengthen because let's switch up sides. When you have strong muscles up in that shoulder area, then you're not compensating with your neck. And that's the number one thing a lot of people are doing. They're really lifting weights and they don't have those stability muscles that are supporting them. So they're using their neck and their traps and they're getting all injured and feeling tight all the time. Or if you're carrying bags of groceries or holding a baby all the time, you need these muscles to be really, really strong. Good. Breathe it out. A couple more seconds. You're doing great. Exhale. Beautiful. All right, and relax. Great job with that first circuit, you guys. All right, so we're gonna stay down here on the floor and we're gonna go into a bird dog raise. So we're working the back. Everybody needs a strong back. So you're gonna have one arm and the opposite leg are gonna be straight and extended, toe towards the floor, heel towards the sky. You're gonna raise that thumb and heel towards the sky and then back down to the floor. If you're modifying, I just want you to have both hands on the floor and raise one heel to the sky. So you're just going one heel or you're going opposite arm and leg. You know, you're going nice and slow. When you're up, you're pausing for a second and then dropping it back down. So lift, pause, hold, squeeze, and then lower. The slower you can do this one, the more you hold it at the top, the more you're really actually gonna benefit your back, all those muscles that support your spine. Good, and let's switch sides. All right, so opposite arm and leg, let's lift and squeeze. Good, and then lower it down. And that leg only has to come parallel to your torso. So you're seeing that I'm just a straight line. I'm lifting, I'm squeezing my glute, pressing my heel down and away. Good, and down. My thumb is up towards the sky because that relaxes my shoulder so that my shoulder isn't all the way up in my ear. Good, up and down, you got it. And relax. Okay, we're a fish out of water. Come to your belly. So this is hard. You're either gonna just lift your chest here or you're gonna lift your chest and your legs. You're gonna hold for 3 seconds and then come back down to the floor. I want you to lift the chest and shoulders or just the chest and then back down, right? So here, this is a challenge because you have to hold a lot of weight up and off the floor. Good, and down. Make sure that your head is facing the floor. So your head and your forehead should really come down to the ground. Yes, good job. It feels awkward, right? You're like, I'm kissing my mat right now. But that's the best place for your head to be. Good, last one. Lift and lower. All right, let's come up for the hover cat, guys. We're gonna work the abs a little bit and the legs a little as we do the hover cat. Starting here, you're gonna pull the belly button in towards the spine and you're gonna pull those abs in as if you're doing a little bit of a crunch, tucking your pelvis. Now tuck your toes and lift the knees slightly if you feel like you've got that strength, okay? Now you're gonna pick up one foot if you wanna advance it a little bit more and then set it down, and then pick up the other foot and advance it and then put it down. Rest the knees, you can have a neutral spine, and then you're going back into it. So you're gonna go pull in, you're gonna pull that pelvis under, lift the knees, maybe hold it here, or maybe pick up a foot, depending on where your fitness level is at. Maybe for this round, I'm just gonna hold it, all right? Maybe Brittany's picking up the knees, then drop the knees, and then you can have a neutral spine, okay? So pull it in, tuck the pelvis, pull the belly in, lift, hover, good, you're doing great. And relax. Awesome job with that one, you guys. All right, we're coming back down here, and we're gonna go back into that bird dog raise. So you're gonna have one leg out straight, opposite arm, and we're gonna pick that leg up and squeeze and down. Good. Keeping a nice long extension. Lift, squeeze. Oh yeah, and lower it down. Next, one more. Lift, hold, and lower. Other side, good. So here, raising the opposite arm and leg takes a lot of balance, right?
Sure does.
So here you gotta think about keeping your belly button, like really pull your belly button in towards your spine, engage your core muscles so that you have more support there from your core, and then that helps you out a little bit, and then squeeze that glute as you raise that leg so you really feel your glutes flex, and that gives you a lot of stability too. Breathe it out, you guys are looking awesome. Cup left, lift, and lower, nice. Give that a little bit of a stretch for a second if you want. Come to your belly. Let's go fish out of water. So we're lifting the chest, we're lifting the legs, lift. We're squeezing, pausing, and then lowering it down. Lift. This is one of the most challenging moves. If you can hold weights during this, that is really intense. So that could be a way to challenge yourself here. Lift, hold, but really the biggest challenge is by holding it longer, right? So start there, and then you can start adding weight if you feel like it's too easy. And you're like, Anna, I don't even feel this challenge anymore. I'll be like, what? One more time, lift, squeeze, hold, good. Let's go back into that hover cat. So working on the abs here, all right, lots of stability under the body. So hands and knees, tuck the toes if you're gonna pick the knees off the ground, or you're just staying on the ground here. Tuck in the pelvis, pull the belly button in, and then you got that neutral spine. So you're going up and down here as the modification, or you're following Brittany and you're lifting those knees up and you're going into that hover, and you're also picking up that foot. You could stay here for the entire minute, just hovering, just holding that belly button in, tucking that pelvis under. You're doing that like air crunch, if you will, right? You feel that?
Yeah, I'm feeling the burn.
I could stay up here almost the whole minute because I've been building up my strength, but I started right here, right? Right here, I started by just pulling my belly button in, really feeling my core engage, and then doing a neutral spine. And then I worked up to pulling it in and feeling my core in that hover position, and then picking up the foot and alternating sides. So work on advancing this one, and down. Whew, awesome job. Abia, how you feeling?
Good.
You doing good?
Yeah,
Brittany?
doing good.
These are my girls. They're doing
good.
amazing. Now, we're gonna come to the floor into a swimmer. You're gonna have arms in front of you, legs are back, all right? You're gonna have your forehead touching the floor, and lift that opposite arm and leg for a pause, and then lower it down and switch sides. Lift, good, nice neutral neck, and lower, good. Now, if you wanna pick both arms and legs up and start fluttering, then you're really going all out. This is the most advanced, unless you're holding weights, which would be even more advanced, but I don't recommend it until you can really do this and feel super strong without using your neck and shoulders, all right? So you're fluttering, or you're sticking with Abia, and you're just going back and forth, right and left, alternating sides. Woo! And relax, beautiful. You guys all right?
Yeah.
Now, hip opener with a twist. You're gonna come onto your knees, and I want you to bring one foot up in front. Your hands are gonna go down inside that foot. You got your back knee on the floor, right? Now, if you wanna advance it, you can pick your knee off the ground, and we're gonna rotate up towards the sky. This is the advanced version, okay? Or keep your knee down. Come back to the floor, all right? Keep your knee down or lift it, and we're gonna take both hands off the ground, lifting the chest into that big, low lunge. Whoa, good. Come back down to the floor. Remember, you can always go to the modified version, keeping the knee down whenever you need to. Back down to the floor, and then let's lift the chest. Lift the chest, open up the hips, pull the belly button in, feel those abs engage, and then you're back down, and let's switch sides. All right, so come on back, bring the other foot forward, and decide, hey, do I want to try the advanced move yet? Or do I want to stick to what feels good so that I want to come back and hang out with Anna for the next workout, right? So you decide what feels good. Good. You can tuck that toe, bring a straight leg, bring the hands off the floor. You got the low lunge. You're getting that big stretch through the hip flexor. Good. Hands back down on the mat. Good. Let's open it up. Awesome. Nice open twist. Breathe. Back to the floor. Good, then both hands up off the floor. Nice extension, you can reach those arms up towards the sky, get that big stretch. Good, bring it back down and relax. Woo, that felt awesome. Coming on up to your feet. Woo, I love ya. You're doing great. Are you starting to feel aligned and open? Because that one really starts to make me feel good. Now, we're gonna go down into a squat. We're gonna raise the arms up towards the sky. All right, as we come up, we're gonna take our palms open, thumbs back, we're gonna squat, pinch the shoulder blades. Okay, now here we're gonna alternate. So squat and raise, go only as low as you feel comfortable there, and then you're gonna squat and reverse fly. So it's okay if you bend forward a little bit on that reverse fly because you're working the middle back, all right? And so it forces you to hinge a little bit from the waist, and you're pinching those shoulder blades. All right, so reach up, try to drop your shoulders as you squat. It's really hard. You can feel it through your whole entire back. It's like,
My whole back is engaged right
your
now.
back is like fighting gravity because gravity wants to take you here and you're fighting back, right? So one more, reach up, down, good, and then let's reverse. Pinch. Amazing job. Okay, on your bellies, one more swimmer. You can do the flutter or alternate. It's up to you. Let's go. Lift it up.
Let's do this.
You got it. I love it, Brittany. That's it. Breathe. Keep your face towards the floor so you can feel your neck relax and not feel like it's stressed or straining. It's mostly working that whole back side, but you're strengthening every muscle from head to hips. Good. That's it, guys. Woo! Burns.
Yes.
You got this. And relax. Good. Give it that nice little stretch back because that feels good. Yeah. Then let's go into that kneeling twist. All right, and reach. So you got one foot up, hands to the inside of that foot. You got the knee down or the knee up. Let's open the chest and rotate, really trying to get that nice trunk twist, letting your hip open. Bring your hands down and then bring it up off the floor into that low lunge. You can raise those arms if you want to. Bring it back down. Let's open it up, let's twist. Remember, knee down. If you feel like it's too much strain, if you feel like it's too much pressure, bring it up. Let's lift, big low lunge, big hip flexor stretch. Breathe. Good, and hands down. Let's switch sides, all right? One foot's up, hands to the inside. Keep it in that lunge position or bring that knee up. Rotate, open up that chest. Take a nice deep breath. Yeah, bring the hands down. Let's lift the chest into that low lunge. Oh, this side is so much weaker. So if yours is too, you're not alone. Bring your hands down. Good, open it up, nice stretch. Nice twist, breathing it out, good. Back down, lift it up, opener, oh, you gotta love it, and bring it down. All right, let's come up onto our feet. You guys, I did this entire circuit right after having Luca, maybe 3 or 4 months after having my first baby, because I just needed to get these fundamentals, these muscles that align my spine and my hips and my shoulders. I needed to get strong again from the inside, right? Yeah. Before I started going into crazy push-ups and squat jumps and all sorts of stuff. So this is my favorite, just to feel my body getting stronger from the inside out. Good, that's it. Squeeze. I love it, you guys look awesome. Raise it up, down, coming back. Pinch those shoulder blades, really think about that pencil. being between your shoulder blades, and you have to kind of give it a hug, right? Pinch it back and relax. Okay, you guys are amazing. Hold it there. Awesome job, awesome job. Now, these stretches are so important to keep you in alignment because tomorrow you might feel sore, right? So cross one leg over the other, and you're gonna have that front knee slightly bent, and that back leg is gonna be straight, and you're gonna drop forward, getting a big stretch through the entire back side of your body. Everywhere from the calf to the hamstring, all the way to the glute, your low back, up through your spine, and then to your neck. So drop your head forward. I mean, really drop your head. Let it hang. Think about your ponytail trying to touch your toes. Okay, that's gonna be the goal. So that every muscle through the posterior chain is feeling that extension. And that front knee is slightly bent, so it gives you that give to really sink into that back leg, that back hip. Slowly peel up. Slowly peel up, 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 and switch sides. I know, like,
felt that one.
I'm a little lightheaded right now. Okay, so make sure you're near a wall or somewhere you can grab. All right, let's go down again. Remember, everywhere from the calf, from the hamstring to that glute. Nice bend in that front knee. Really relax that front leg. Keep the back leg long. Don't lock the knee, but just keep it long so that you sit into that hip. You should feel it all the way through your hip and your side body, up through your spine, and let your head drop. Let that ponytail reach towards your toes.
It takes a lot of balance. Ooh.
It does, it does. I know. Keep your eyes open. That will help. And then roll it up nice and slow. Good. Nice work. Now we're gonna go into a shoulder and neck stretch. You're gonna press the heel of that left hand towards the floor, and you're just gonna tilt your head away from that shoulder, all right? So it's just a gentle stretch, nothing aggressive. You're just pressing the heel of that hand, so you're flexing it, right? You're gonna feel a stretch even through your forearm here, and it's depressing your shoulder so that you get the maximum amount of lengthening up through that neck and trap as you get that nice side stretch. I do this when I sit at my desk. I do this when I'm like tight in the morning. Let's switch sides. I do this after my workouts because really we don't realize how much we're using our forearms, our biceps, our neck, our shoulders. So I really like to elongate all these muscles that even if they don't feel like they got worked, they did work, you know? And now you're gonna take the wrist to your hip like you're sassy. Okay, you're gonna grab your elbow. And if you can't grab your elbow, you could grab a towel to do this one. You can modify it. Hold it there, ladies, so people can see. But if you're here and you can grab an assistance so that you can say, oh, okay, I can grab that towel, I can bring my arm forward. You wanna have chicken wings here. You do. You want that to be loose. Go ahead and switch sides. So if you have your wrist on your hip, then your arm becomes that chicken wing and you're trying to give it that stretch. You've seen chicken wings. Do you know how many tendons are around there? You see how hard it is to break it off? That's you too. But you gotta stretch the muscles so that those tendons don't get inflamed. That's what causes injury. So you wanna think about opening up those muscles that are attached there and really give yourself that lengthening. Beautiful. Let's come down to the floor for our figure 4 twist. Now for this one, you're gonna come on your back, all right? Your knees are bent. You're gonna bring your ankle, okay? Let's bring that right ankle over that left knee. Arms are out wide. Now stay right here, but let your foot fall and your hips rotate. Let your foot fall to the floor and let your hips rotate. You shouldn't move your legs. You shouldn't move your ankle. You should just let yourself rotate there and think about pressing your knee open so you feel a stretch all through your hip here. You're gonna feel it all through that right side. And if you're not that tight, you might not feel it that much. But when you're sore or when you're tight, you are gonna love this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is just one of those stretches that you should memorize. Keep it in the jogger so that next time you can do it on your own. Let's bring it back up. Let's switch sides. Ankle, left ankle over the right knee. Good. Then just let yourself rotate, falling towards the floor. Try and keep your knee open so you're not letting your knee collapse towards your chest. You're trying to keep that knee open up towards the ceiling. Good. Breathe. Every time we take a deep breath, breathe into that hip. Send love to it. for showing up, for giving you that strength to get through the alignment. Bring it right back up. Nice work, and let's finish in child's pose. So this is for your back, my friends. You're welcome. You're gonna love this. Every single day you should do child's pose. You're on all fours. You're gonna bring the knees wide, feet together. Sit your hips back onto your heels. Reach your arms forward and bring your forehead to the floor. All right, you wanna think about reaching those fingertips far, far forward. Let your head rest on the mat. And then here, you can always move over to the right or the left. Like if you want to reach a little bit more and cheat over to the right, get a bigger stretch through your side. And then switch sides, go the other way. Open it up. Exhale. Awesome job, my friends.
Awesome.
Thank you, Brittany. Way to rock it.
So
Avia. You guys, amazing job. Now you are aligned. I am so excited for you. Go on with your day, crush it, and I'll see you next workout.